Good morning. I thought I'd throw up a beard maintenance video. I've made a lot of videos pertaining to beard care over the years, and I've pretty much exhausted the topic up until recently. I thought I'd make a video for those of you out there that are looking to grow your beard out, but at the same time, you want it to look presentable, for work or just for yourself or whatever. And there's a few little things you can do while growing your beard out to help it still look, professional, whatever that is, without it looking like a homeless beard. I've been making a series where I've said I was going for a natural beard, and what I mean by that is, it's not a complete just don't do anything, letting it just grow wild. I've tried that, and I'm a little too OCD for that. For me, basically, the hardest part has been riding that line between leaving it alone and letting it grow, and also keeping some form of neatness to it. Because if I just let it go, my cheek lines will be all over the place. It'd be all bushy, and and that's just not the kind of beard I want to have. So I'm gonna give a couple little tips to keeping your beard looking professional with minimal. This is just minimal maintenance. And the first thing I'm going to start with is something that I've been experimenting with for probably a month now, and I wanted to test it out before I even said anything about it. And it deals with conditioning your beard. I've tried beard balms and beard creams, and I use beard oil, but in there for a while, all I was doing was taking a shower and then getting up and putting beard oil on. And for a couple hours, my beard felt soft. But eventually that beard oil does evaporate, and I was finding that my beard was feeling pretty coarse by the end of the day. So I recall, I've watched so many beard videos over the years. I'm still very intrigued by the whole process and people's take on it. But someone had mentioned putting in hair conditioner in your beard while you're in the shower, and then either leaving it in or washing just some of it out. And so for about a month now, when I get in the shower, when I'm washing my head or whatever, I'll just reach down and grab some regular head conditioner. I'll run it through my beard, and then I'll finish washing, and then I'll just kind of passively rinse it out of my beard, just the big chunks. I don't continually rinse it until it's all gone. I can always feel some in it, and for the first couple days I didn't really notice a big difference, but it has a cumulative effect over time. And now that I've been doing it for about a month, and I don't do it every time I'm in the shower, just when I think about it, especially if I've sweated a lot today, been to the gym or worked outside, and I know that I've run a lot of sweat through my beard and it's really dry. I'll put more in, but it's now, after about a month of putting the conditioner in and kind of passively rinsing out and leaving some in, my beard is super soft, and it's actually, the downside is my beard is really dense and curly. The conditioner is giving it even more volume, and it's kind of pulled up on itself, but it definitely gives your beard more volume, and it definitely makes it softer, and I can run a comb through it pretty much all day long. Before, unless I was using a brush, it was really hard to get a comb through my beard, even with beard oil in it. So it's very soft now, much more manageable, and I haven't done anything different other than putting the conditioner in. So that's one of the things that I would recommend if you're growing your beard out and you don't want it to look so wild, is putting just a basic, normal hair conditioner in your beard. Like I said, it'll have a cumulative effect over time. Don't expect, huge changes from the first few times, but it will build up because it does kind of cling to the hair. It makes it softer, like I said, more volume. So I'll keep doing that. I mean, it's very easy to do. A couple other tips. First has to do with the mustache. I have basically tried pretty much everything as it pertains to a mustache. I've let it completely grow. I've kept it really short. But now I'm doing kind of what it's like a hybrid mustache, and it's really working well. And I really feel like when people are looking at you head on and you're trying to kind of have the image of a maintained beard, this space right here, that's what they're going to look at first. And if you have hair down over it, and like my mustache kind of goes in different directions when it's longer, that gives the appearance that you care about your beard and you are maintaining it. I used to kind of trim the whole mustache all the way around, and I felt like you could tell where the beard stopped and the short mustache continued. So now what I do is I take a pair of scissors and I trim basically from here, from finger to finger, just across, just to the top of the lip. All of this I didn't touch, and it just kind of naturally tapers down. I mean, this hair's probably, I could probably, do like a handlebar if I wanted to, and it probably stops about, waiting for the autofocus, man, this new camera, I'm telling you what, it probably stops about right here. And to me, it really blends well in with the beard. I mean, the mustache still looks very dense, and the beard is all one. It just uniformly comes together. I used to, trim it all down to the same length all the way around, but you could always kind of tell where the mustache stopped and the beard started. And to me, that doesn't give it that complete look. So again, just literally this space right here, just trim right off of the lip. That way you can eat. That's my big thing, is I hate biting down on my mustache. It's just one of my hugest pet peeves, is eating a sandwich and I bite down on like a half inch of hair. And I hate looking at it and seeing it go in different directions. When it's short like this, I mean, it just kind of lays, and then having the longer hair, coming down into your beard, just gives it a much more cleaner and a fuller look. And for those of you that have weak spots through this area, you'll still cover them up, but you don't have that mustache hanging over your lip. Now, with that being said, the next thing that I would recommend doing has to do with your sideburns. Now, having big puffy sideburns to me is another just telltale sign that your beard's kind of unruly. I used to trim all the way down the sides. Like literally I would comb it over and cut it all off the back. I really feel like that back area is very important to be left alone, because eventually it's got to get longer and come around to connect with the front. But the sideburn itself, I consider that a totally separate part of the beard. I keep the sideburn sections short, and I'm always messing around with how high I want it to come up. It grows in super fast, like you can see right here. I'm gonna let it come back up to here. Sometimes I usually my sweet spot, if you want to call it, because I don't have any head hair, is whatever this part of your ear that sticks out. I will stop my sideburn right there. But right now, I'm letting it grow back up a little bit. But what I'm talking about with the sideburns is how to trim them down so they're nice and short on the sides, because this all, you want all this to grow. And puffy sideburns just gives that look of just it being unkempt. So what I do is wherever, I'm gonna kind of turn to the side here, wherever the flat part back here stops, and then the beard kind of creeps back, I leave all this, but just the flat part here, I'll take a comb back, and anything that goes past that line, I'll snip off with a pair of scissors, and then I comb it back, and it's the perfect length for your sideburns. The worst thing you do is put a pair of clippers on it, because it always will take it down way too short. So, wherever your hair starts to creep back here, leave all this. Don't touch it. But the sideburn section, take a comb it back, and then snip up the line, and that'll take the excess off your sideburns, and then you can comb them back down, and they will be the perfect length every time, and it'll blend right in. So yeah, that's my advice on growing a big beard, but at the same time, maintaining it, making it look, professional enough to get by, and it'll keep you sane. Just having those few little manicured areas while you let the rest of it just go wild. It definitely has helped me, and hopefully it'll help you too. The big takeaway is the conditioner. That's been a godsend. It lasts all day, and like I said, it has a cumulative effect over time. So you don't need to do it every day, but if you get in the habit of doing it maybe every other day, or especially on days when you're stripping your beard of its essential oils, you need to put all that back. Think of it as like a car wax. That's what I think of it as. You would never drive your car around without a wax on it, because the sun's beating down on it, the rain, and it basically just coats the follicle, the hair shaft, and protects it from damage from drying out and stuff. And I've noticed a huge difference in my beard. I mean, albeit it looks shorter now because it's all pulled up, but it just feels so much better, and it's so much easier to get a comb through. And yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you some other time. Later.